G'day folks, welcome to another episode of Stuff and Such. Today we're doing a little fun little experiment. The experiment I've wondered for a while now, and I believe I know the answer, just because my minor knowledge in physics, but whatever, is does a 20-inch bolt, so does a 20-inch bolt fly flatter than per se a 22-inch. So you can see the different lengths here. My theory that I would go by is that the 22 inches falls faster. Not so much they fall faster, but rather because they're slightly more heavy, they will be in the air for a longer period of time, which gravity can then have more time to act on the arrow. So it's not so much that it's falling any faster, it's that gravity only has so much time to act on the arrow. I suspect it will be fairly minute. Where it may be beneficial is in accuracy. But anyways, we're just going to do, for simple sake, kind of some fun little tests today. We're going to throw some 22s versus 20s downrange at about, we'll do 20, 25, 35, and we'll try 45 and see if everything's still shooting relatively good. One thing you need to do to keep your bow string healthy, you need to occasionally give it some lubrication and some moisture to keep it from getting really frail and brittle. One thing I use is just plain old petroleum jelly, Vaseline. Works for a lot of things. So you just kind of go along, and it works better when it's warm. Right now it's minus 10 Celsius, so that equates to something cold in Fahrenheit. So you just kind of want to work it in good and get it nice and warmed up there. Soaks in good. Same with on your cables. You want to let them have some, because you don't want them binding and stuff. And it does have a bit of an impact on the feet per second of your bow, whether everything's binding or if it's slippery enough. Another spot you want to, just a tiny bit, not very much, just a touch on your rail. Alright, let's get set up. So that target there, homemade target, is where I'll be shooting at, the black dot roughly in the middle. As I shoot, I'll tell what's going on. So the first shots are going to be at 20 yards with 20-inch bolts. So the first shot was dead where I needed it to be. Second one I put to the left because I didn't want to Robin Hood that arrow. Next up is the 22. So it's quite close. It's a little lower, but I'm also holding a little low just to save arrows. So it's within about 1.5 inches. So as you can see, the width of the duct tape gives you a bit of perspective. So I'm going to pull them out and go back to 35 yards, and we should see some fairly good results there. So here we have the results at 35 yards. What we have here is already showing they're striking 2 inches lower than the 20 bolts. 20-inch bolts are the black and red, and the 22s are the white, green, and black. Next, we're going to step out to 45 yards, and I think we'll see some even more telling results. So as you can see, the 22s do hit a bit lower, but I think you're probably as surprised as I am at how little difference there is in impact location. I suppose if you made the 22s an average, it would be somewhere in the middle, I guess. So it'd be, I don't know, about here. Whereas you can see the 20s are fairly consistent at the same drop level, however they do have a bit of a spread. So I'm not going to give you really a conclusion one way or another on my opinion. I'll let the results speak for themselves, and I'm going to go and load up a jackhammer broadhead, and I'm going to crack that gourd. There we have it, folks. If you found this video kind of informative and a little entertaining, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We have all sorts of random stuff happen here on Stuff and Such, from sawmilling to tree tapping in the bush and chainsaw videos, sharpening videos. Basically, if you're kind of an interesting person, you'll probably like this channel. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.